What is up, YouTube? Just filming one last video tonight. I am now in Creedmoor, just to let you guys know. However, I'm going to be filming an update and as well as a up-close view of my Imco lighter. Because I never really, and that's the problem with the front-facing camera on my phone. It doesn't really do a good job at actually displaying, like zooming in and quality and stuff like that. But actually, I'm gonna go ahead real quick, guys, and hop over literally just 3 feet away from the camera real quick and grab my World War II Zippo just so we can compare them. Now, I'm not gonna do a actual comparison video yet because I haven't used both of them long enough yet, but I will be right back. Alright, guys, just went ahead and grabbed it out of my bag that I brought it with in, and as you guys can see, I absolutely love this fucking lighter. This is my favorite lighter in my collection. But again, so basically to explain to you guys, this is what we had during World War II, and basically the Germans, they kind of had more of a primitive model of this lighter because, again, they improved it in the 1950s, so they had the 1940s and 1930s more crude, more primitive model of this, but this exact model came out in, I think, 1936, if I am correct. And as you guys can see, I will let you guys read that. Just says Imco XXX Patent Austria Super 6700, which that is actually an authentic stamp. They either said patent made in Austria or patent Austria, which was right before they actually closed. They started using that, or TM, or registered trademark, Vienna, Austria. But all of the cheap Chinese clones say come of Vienna, Austria. So that's just, you know, a little comparison, because I honestly, guys, I love both of these lighters almost equally, but again, I like that good old Americana. Good old, this is what our boys in World War II had, and I have great respect for World War II veterans of the war, so that is why I am much more of a fan of this lighter. Now, granted, it might not have actually been owned by someone who was in the war. Most likely it was, though. However, it could have been sold off before whoever got it went overseas. But I don't, I don't really have a backstory too much of this lighter. However, I do know the person who formerly owned this lighter. But some things that this lighter has above the Zippo is, well, one, as I showed you guys, and I actually did trim the wick down. Part of the reason, guys, why it wasn't lighting quite as well was due to the fact that the wick was too long and it wasn't filled up all the way. Now it's filled up all the way and it lights all the time, but it has a flame adjuster, which, there you guys go. Now you can really see the full extent, and it actually does change the height quite a bit on this lighter, piddling around with that little vent that it has. And these are windproof, guys. Like here, I'll just display for you guys. Okay, maybe not totally windproof, but they're about as windproof as a Zippo. And plus, I was kind of blowing down on the top of it. But let's let this one burn for a minute. Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, that this one is just a little bit more windproof, because I'm actually blowing a little harder. But this one, there we go. Okay, when the wing guard is up, it actually is just as flame-proof as a Zippo lighter. However, when it's down, I think it lets too much smoke, or not smoke, I'm stupid. Lets too much oxygen in and too much wind in. So when it's actually windy out, guys, just flip that up. And another thing that this lighter has that a Zippo doesn't is when you light it. Once again, I displayed this on my earlier video, you can actually remove it and use it as a candle. Now guys, with my military Coleman lantern, once I get that here, I'm going to be using this part to either light, you know, you can even use it to light propane stoves, camping stoves, or Coleman lanterns. Just stick the little thing up in there. But that's one thing I really, really love about this lighter that the Zippo does not offer, unfortunately. However, again, that doesn't mean the Zippo is a bad lighter. I still prefer greatly the Zippo lighter over this one because yes, this is nice. However, I honestly feel this lighter is just a little bit over-engineered, just a tad bit, guys. I mean, it's not really overly engineered, but you can tell that this is more of a European design lighter, and especially Austrian or German-ish type lighter, just because of the engineering behind it. It's more of a intricate piece of engineering, whereas the Zippo, that's what I like about the Zippo as well. It's simple, guys. Like, there's not any spring system. There isn't anything that could potentially fail on you on a Zippo. I mean, a Zippo is much more simple, and that's what I love about the Zippo over this lighter. However, I am going to be carrying this some, guys. Don't get me wrong, because this is now in my lighter collection, but I will better display how this lighter opens. There we go. So it kind of folds up like this, and this is a brand new, I've only been using it today, so you can see it's not really that worn at all. And it does have that little 8 on there, which some of these lighters say 6, some of them say 8. I don't really know what that means. I mean, I do know that some World War I and World War II German medals that I've collected over the years, because I collect all sorts of military memorabilia, have some of those numbers, so I'm guessing it's a European thing. Though again, guys, I could be completely wrong. I don't really know, but this is where the flint is stored, right in there, which I wasn't really able to show you guys in the earlier video. And then the actual flint fits right up in there, which you're not going to be able to see due to the lighting, unfortunately. But basically, you just pull that down far enough, and then that is how you get access to. This would close, there we go. And that's how you get access to your current flint that you're using. In these Ronson red flints, this lighter actually seems to be doing quite well with them. A friend of the channel, Josh Zippo, I mean, honestly, guys, a big shout out to him, because if it wasn't for him, guys, I never would have bought this lighter. I never would have known about the Austrian Imco lighters. And he was the one who initially told me I needed to get one, and months and months I put it off, and then I finally decided to get one, and I am now very glad that I have. And this thing might be running low on fuel again. I really don't know. I've been honestly playing with it all day, so it's very likely that it's running low on fuel. But again, I don't really know. I'm still kind of warming up to this lighter because it's much different than a Zippo, but I do really love this thing, guys. It is a nice lighter and a great addition to my collection. But that's going to do it for this video today, guys. I will have a video tomorrow. If you like the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. And which one would I pick out of these two? Well, if I haven't said it enough in this video, you know I'm going to be going with the Zippo. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video.